What's going on, you guys? Thanks so much for tuning in today. All right, so the Canadiens lose, and I got to tell you, even though this is a game that the Canadiens we thought should have had, being that it's the Chicago Blackhawks, they're not very good right now. They had come into this game losing 5 in a row. So the fact that the Canadiens weren't able to beat them stings. It kind of sucks. But I have to say, this is the best I've felt after a loss probably all season. I'll definitely say all season. So there's a lot to get to in this game despite the loss, but there's some stuff we want to talk about, right? So let's get down to it. Kirby Dach and Colton Dach facing off against each other, brothers against brothers, and this was actually Colton Dach's first NHL game against his brother Kirby Dach. So I'm not sure if I like the photo before the game with the two brothers being all happy and nice before the game. I'm not sure if I like it. Regardless, it doesn't matter. These guys are brothers. They were talking. They were hanging out before this game even happened. So here we go into this game, and Patrick Laine and David Savard both have flu-like symptoms. So when I turned the TV on, I hadn't realized that yet. So I'm seeing Michael Pezzetta flying around. I'm like, oh, what's going on? And not only that, Pez was on the second line with Alex Newhook and Kirby Dach at one point. So anyway, he only played about 5 minutes in this game. Actually, I have the exact number here, 5 minutes, 49 seconds for Pez. And in that 5 minutes and 49 seconds, he had some chances. He actually had 3 registered shots on goal. So it wasn't like a complete wasted effort by Pez in any sense, but he didn't get a lot of minutes after the first period. He didn't see much, pretty much the rest of the game in the second period and the third. So that aside too, with David Savard out, we had Jaden Struble draw back into the lineup. I didn't think he had a great game. He was on the ice for some goals against, but regardless, the Chicago Blackhawks start this game with quite a fancy goal. Let me tell you, this pass, the saucer pass from Teravainen to Tyler Bertuzzi, that was a beautiful goal. That was perfect. He flipped it over Mike Matheson. That was excellent. I mean, there's nothing to take away from that play. I can tell you that right now. I think we'll fast forward to, actually, before I get to the Arbor Jackay Pat Maroon fight, we got to talk about Nick Suzuki, because I looked everywhere for the clip of his hit, and I think he had a couple hits in this game, but there was one in particular that you guys know what the hit I'm talking about if you watch this game. Nick Suzuki with a firm, clean hit, laying out the Chicago Blackhawks defender, I believe it was. That was gorgeous, and Josh Anderson had a big hit in this game. The guys had energy. I mean, we outshot the Blackhawks 40-26 in this game. And you got to give a shout out to Soderblom, who made 38 saves in this game. He had an excellent, excellent game. The Canadiens kind of, I wouldn't say they beat themselves, but Soderblom, to me, was the star of the game, even though Nick Foligno veteran Nick Foligno got the first star in this game with the 2 goals. But Soderblom really made a lot of great saves for the Chicago Blackhawks, and frankly, I thought was the biggest difference for this, outcome here with the Blackhawks coming out on top, snapping their 5-game losing streak. Cole Caufield gets his 20th goal of the season on a play where they kind of left Cole by himself out front. I mean, Mike Matheson got it down low to Cole. He had time to maneuver it around. He roofs it, gets his 20th of the season, and tied it 1-1 in the first period. And then, as we know, after that, Emil Heineman gets his 10th goal of the season on the power play. He bats it out of midair. He keeps it perfectly. Like, it was just a beautiful, beautiful play by Heineman. Again, what a season he is having. I mean, this kid is a rookie right now, and he's up there in rookie scoring. It's crazy, right? So good for him. Huge for him, actually, because that fourth line, again, was buzzing again all night. Armia, Evans, Heineman. And now they've got Heineman on the power play, which clearly is working. He's got at least 2 power play goals that I can name. I was at one of the games where he scored against Vegas, where, we got blown out in Montreal, but we avenged that. We avenged it, and I'm over it. It's okay. Not a big deal. So I mentioned that, and then Arbor Jackay versus Pat Maroon. Jackay gets the best of Pat Maroon, getting the left hand going in that fight, actually. And this is the second time that they fought, and this was a decisive victory, I think, for Jackay in this one. And he's been playing, again, just a better overall game defensively. He's playing a quieter, more solid game, as is Alexander Carrier. Every single game Carrier is out there. I mean, let's just take a look at the ice time. 20 minutes, 12 seconds for Carrier in this game. And Arbor Jackay, I want to take a look at his ice time real quick. And he played, surprisingly, only 9:59, so just about 10 minutes in this game. And Jaden Struble, same thing. He actually played more. He played 10:27. So in this particular game, they did seem to shelter Jackay a bit more. He was playing with Struble, who was out of the lineup for quite a while, so I can imagine that they wanted to make sure that they had more of, the regulars in the lineup. But I mean, Lane Hudson in this game, he was buzzing. He had 26 minutes played in this game, 26:44. How about Lane Hudson this season, man? I mean, we keep bringing him up from time to time, but sometimes I don't give him enough love, and you guys call me out on it, which you should. But not to be outdone, by the way, Cole Caufield had 7 shots on goal in this game. Mike Matheson had 8. So the 40 shots on goal, yeah, they came from a lot of places, but those guys led the team in shots on goal. So this was the best loss I can say in the turn. I'm not happy with the loss. Don't get me wrong. They should have won this game. Now they're going to play Colorado, a very tough matchup. I can't say that I'm looking forward to. I am because I think Montreal is playing well. But despite losing this game and maybe deserving a bit of a better fate, the Canadiens played a pretty solid game in this loss. Chicago was due for a win at some point. Unfortunately, it had to come against us. But it was still an entertaining game nonetheless, and it never felt like the Canadiens were out of it, even when they were down 3-1 in this game. You didn't get that sense that they were out of it. I know I didn't. What did you guys think? So that's how I felt. And Nick Foligno, Pat Maroon ended up actually getting the last 2 goals for Chicago, and they made some good plays out there. They still have some talent on this team. I didn't even notice Connor Bedard until like the second period. So he was playing okay, but Connor Bedard had 1 assist in this game, and that was it in terms of the score sheet for him. Kirby Dach did get an assist on the Emil Heineman power play goal, so shout out to him for doing that against his brother Colton tonight. So that's all I got for you guys. We got a game tonight. We're going to be right back at it. So I will see you guys later tonight, after the Colorado game. Let me know your thoughts down below. I thought Sam Montembeault still played a decent game. I think defensively we were out of sorts a little bit, and we missed Patrick Laine on the power play. But again, Emil Heineman converted, so it's hard to know exactly what it was that caused us to lose this game. But I think Chicago just capitalized on their chances. They played better offensively. We didn't play bad. We outshot them 40-26. But let me know your thoughts down below, guys, and we'll see you tonight. Go Habs.